clearly we've been waiting for the season 1 update. We finally got a chance to look at Caitlyn and see what she's capable of. As of yesterday, I put a reaction out and all that other good stuff. But Yohosie made a tweet. Yohosie is part of the dev team for 2XKO. They do have some notes here, not full patch notes, but just kind of what's coming, you know, for the upcoming patch next week on the 20th, which I'm clearly excited for. With my controller, have my coffee, although a little cold. Damn right, coffee time. So we're just gonna kind of just go over this and take a look and see how things are looking. All right. So core gameplay. We find projectiles lead to a lot of chaos and unclear outcomes, so we're making changes to their functionality. Most projectiles will be deleted when you hit point champions or an assist champ if they fire that projectile. This includes wind wall, time winder, rockets, mushroom. Thank you, beautiful. Aerial projectiles. Okay, and then all right, so basically this was happening to me over this past weekend. I was fighting someone that was playing Jinx and Warwick, and they would just like kind of full screen throw stuff at me with Jinx and then take huge risk with Warwick, get hit, and then be like, yes, now I get to flip out and combo you anyway, which was pretty corny as far as I'm concerned. I'm not a fan of that stuff, so I'm glad that they decided to take that out. That's a very, very welcome change. Totally okay with that. That's something that shouldn't be in the game. You should, if you hit the point character, the projectile should go away, and I'm totally okay with this. Number 2, aerial projectiles now place champs into an interrupt/counter hit state during recovery. That's fair. I guess it is like, you know, when Echo does air time winder, like more nerfing of time winder without having to actually touch time winder. Fair. I have no problem with that. Plus Caitlyn coming into the game, they will need to do something about air projectiles. It does make sense that they're in counter hit state. We're removing the ability to charge projectile assists when tagged out. We aren't happy with the gameplay that's emerging from this behavior, which I'm okay with this too. All these projectile nerfs make sense. There's a lot of like non-interactive gameplay with projectiles in this game, so good. Hitting assist doesn't have much meaning and is contributing heavily to runaway, so we're adding a 4-second cooldown when you hit an assist. Beautiful. Popping assist and then going back and being on the short cooldown was kind of silly, you know, so that's actually good. We hope this leads to more thoughtful assist calls and lets you swing momentum more easily. Yeah, this is actually an important one. I feel too many people just be throwing out assists and not caring, and then you hit the assist or like, whatever, I'll just press it again in like 2 seconds. So this is a good change. Assist champions peace out if they get hit while KO. Good. Killing a character and then having the assist, like if you kill the assist and they keep getting juggled while you're hitting the point character, it really fucks up combos. So I'm glad that they fixed this here. That's a more than welcome change. All 8-frame jabs are now 7-frame jabs. Darius allow a blitz. Braum, 8 frames was too slow to contest on defense, so these champions jabs should feel more usable. Yeah, this was, you know, this makes sense. It's something like I noticed, like when me and Huey would play, he'd just be like, man, I just can't contest because he plays Darius Alawi and both of them have 8-frame jabs. So having 7 frames is gonna make all the difference in being able to contest now. And since the 7 frames have more range than a lot of the 6-framers, I'm okay with this change. This is fair. There's nothing wrong with this. Oh, Echo, Yasuo, Ahri, and Teemo. Echo, Yasuo, and Ahri continue to be overrepresented in the tournament meta. We have targeted 1 nerf each that we expect will bring down their power as well as a few points of polish. This one I said I knew this was gonna go. Echo no longer can rewind out of grab recovery. So that whole kebab setup, that whole, well, the burrito setup, that shit's cooked now. You're gonna have to like actually like commit to your stuff, which I'm okay with. I don't have a problem with this. I think this is okay. I've always felt like that was a bit much for what he's capable of doing. So to me, this, as far as I'm concerned, with the air fireball, like being a counter hit state, and then this kind of like rounds out Echo. Like I pray they don't touch him any further than this. There's really nothing else. There's still more patch notes coming, obviously, but I'm hoping that this is kind of like the end of like touching him at this point. Ahri, throwing an aerial fireball no longer refreshes her air dash. Thank God. Her playing this non-interactable game felt really obnoxious. So I'm glad that they touched that. Yasuo stand M and down M has significantly more recovery with an improved hitbox on stand M to compensate. This I don't really agree with down M having significantly more recovery. 5M having more recovery, that's fine, but like if you main Yasuo, you kind of know his 5M is a gigantic build. Like, I'm gonna be real, I didn't think much of it at first, but the more I kept playing it, I'm like, man, this button kind of sucks. It has literally the same problems as Chip, but I'd argue it's worse, right? Because down M, while it's a better button for you to go for, to compensate for, it's hard to confirm from afar. Not to mention, sometimes in block strings, 5M can miss Yasuo, which that was grinding my gears this past weekend. I was like, dude, I start my string with the jab, I go jab, jab, and then medium, no push block, no nothing. My M just misses because it doesn't hit underneath him. So I'm like, sick. I love watching people just whiff, you know, over my normal, and then I get punished because game says, sorry, bro. So I'm glad that they decided to fix this button. How much of a recovery addition did they do to the other, you know, 5M and 2M? I don't know. I really kind of want to see what this is, because I don't know why you would add significantly more recovery. Because at that point, I'm gonna look at Warwick and be like, all right, bruh, did you touch him? Did you give him more recovery? Did you make the overhead more unsafe? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you readjust that? He's definitely the one character I'm looking at for the patch notes when they come out. I'm gonna be staring at that character. I'm going to him first and foremost. I don't care about any other character but that one. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm playing Caitlyn and I care about Caitlyn, but I mean, like, of the characters I want to see get cooked up a little bit is him. He definitely needs some adjustments. All right, Teemo is getting the remainder of his nerfs from the hotfix that went out late last year. This includes additional requirements for badges, less duration on fire, bush, and neutral, and small nerfs to S1 super and super assist duration. I'm okay with this. I think Teemo was mostly fine now, but I guess they're just trying to make sure that like he's not dominating like lower level. Like if you're gonna play him, you gotta be Galaxy Brain, which I'm okay with that. Let's see, buffs. We have meaningful and targeted changes for all other champions. For some, this is a general suite of buffs on underused moves. For others, this includes chains functionality designed to open up new pressure options. Sick. Blitzcrank, hurt boxes, and normal stand M, crouching M, stand H, back H, running H are significantly improved. Blitzcrank often cannot throw out buttons in neutral, and now they'll win interactions much more often. All right. Fair enough. Make his footsies better. Braum keeps unbreakable when performing S2 super while in unbreakable. And has an enhanced back assist. Ooh boy. Back assist will make Braum feel strong. Big and strong. And now he has a usable super when cornered while in unbreakable. Oh boy. Blitzcrank with actual footsies. Braum keeping unbreakable. Darius can now charge apprehend neutral S1. You cannot do follow-ups, but are plus after, allowing you to effectively bait parry while on offense. This makes sense. I think Darius was just getting cooked too hard by parry on reaction, that he needed something to like kind of help offset that. Of course, you could just do delayed strings, but I mean, like, better to have something else. I think this is actually fine. Like, I keep telling people, I have a sneaking suspicion Darius is just gonna be like, I don't think he's a mid-tier character, but I think he's like low-key an A-tier character, just big chillin'. Jinx back S1 is now significantly better on hit with increased hit stun, and it now launches grounded opponents. It doesn't scale damage nearly as much and opens up new neutral options and combo routes. This here, was it forward S1 is mouse trap, so back S1, so that should be the monkey trap. That's good. That's actually good. This also helps her damage output. Like, I'm a big fan of playing Jinx, so I'm kind of happy that they did this finally. So this to me is kind of what Jinx needs. Hopefully there's more. I'm sure there's more. But I think, this being part of the patch notes, this is kind of good. Let's see here. Alawi, neutral jump. neutral charge H. Oh no, neutral charge H. So just stand H, charge, and her dress frame do more damage, but her mediums do less damage. A lot of players will be rewarded for big punishes now. That's fair. She's still good. That's not anything substantial. Vi can cancel charge knuckle down. Let's see, sway charge H into footwork. So so she can sway off of the heavy. Okay, that's fine. So she can sway off of just the charge version. She can't sway off of the regular version. That's fair. I'm okay with this. At the cost of knuckle down being slightly slower to the ground. It'll be slightly worse in neutral, but on offense it opens up new pressure and combo opportunities. I'm cool with this. I think Vi's combo scheme was good, it's just kind of bland. So them doing this, that's actually it's a good change. Let's see here. Warwick. Oh boy. Warwick is able to combo airborne opponents easier, and S2 Rekka into super is much more consistent. His overall power is largely the same, but he'll feel much more natural to play at beginner, intermediate, and advanced levels. Just destroy the overhead. I hope that this means that the overhead got cooked up. Please. Patch note link. Warwick, Braum, and Blitz have some issues we want to clean up for our official launch. These champions have patch notes that are quite long and are designed to clean up the rough edges on a wide variety of moves. We'll be focusing on high impact changes moving forward. Bug fixes. We have a large amount of bug fixes going in to improve controls and polish the game. More details on these to come with full patch notes. We'll be dropping the fully localized patch notes on January 19th. Ooh, that's not that long from now. Only 5 days. Next Monday. Next Monday we'll have it. That's not that long from now. We can do some things, play games in between time, right? So yeah, my current stance on this is I'm cool with this. I don't really have any problem. I think all this is fine. Like, most of this stuff makes sense. I'm still not too sure why crouching M for Yasuo has more recovery, I guess. It feels just like another one of those, well, we want to make sure you can hit him. People can already hit him. That's like my thing. Like, you can already hit Yasuo. He already has enough things that have recovery. So if you're trying to focus on him being more of a precision character, I suppose, I think he's kind of already a precision based character, which you can kind of play around the precision portion of him, obviously, but you know, I don't feel like this was necessary, but it just depends on how much, when they say significant. If they say like when you whiff a down M, like you can legit just full dash up punish him, and say, all right, that's a bit much. He already can get smoked for using a lot of his moves. But if I had to guess, they might be trying to make the recovery kind of closer to 5S1. Or just S1, the Hasagi, whatever, or his stinger. If they're trying to aim for that, I guess. Overall, like, I'm cool with this patch so far. Like, nothing in these like small set of patch notes or this kind of summary here really bother me. None of it screams anything yet. So we gotta wait for the full notes and then be able to kind of like discern, like, you know, what it is to be concerned about. But so far, so good.